Hey, what's up everybody? It's Garfy from Taylor Painters, and I've got something special here. My friends at Games Workshop have sent me something to review, so let's check out what's in the box. Ooh. Oh yes, look at this. Oh, that is heavy. That is heavy. Oh. Let's get rid of the box. Woo. That is awesome. Oh my god. Let's check out that box art. That is lovely. Loving the red. It's quite cool. Something a little bit different from Games Workshop. Seeing some red on there. Look at this. This is so good. So there's two factions in this box. You've got the Iron Golem and the Untamed Beasts. These guys are like weaponsmiths and ironmongers from Shaman, the realm of metal. And these guys are from the Gur, the realm of beasts, I think it is. And yeah, look at this. So you've got some ruined buildings, some walkways, ladders. You've got some Furies, or I keep calling them furries by mistake. You really do not want furries popping up in your game. Yeah, this is cool. So you get a 160-page Warcry core book, 4-page quick start guide, 22-inch by 30-inch folding game board. I think that's double-sided. 20 fighter cards, 4 ability cards, 36 terrain cards, 36 deployment cards, 36 victory cards, 36 twist cards, a lot of 36. 36 twist cards, 18 dice, range ruler, tokens, ruined city terrain, and 29 citadel miniatures. So we've got a Dominar, a Signifier, Ogre Breacher, that's that guy, he's the Dominar, Armator, Drillmaster, and 3 Iron Legionnaires. So I actually went to the Age of Sigma open day the other day and got an Iron Legionnaire. I've been sharing it on social media. But that's him there. Really cool. There's going to be a tutorial on him soon, and there'll be one on Iron Beasts as well. And I'm hoping to do one on the terrain. So make sure you tune into Taylor Painters, see all the tutorials and the reviews and all that kind of stuff. So what else we've got? The Untamed Beast Warband. We've got 1 Heart Eater. Jesus, Heart Eater. Okay, they're not beast lovers then. 1 First Fang. I wonder if that's the... Oh no, that'll be the Rock Tusk Prowler. 1 Beast Speaker. We'll call him Dr. Doolittle. 2 Prey Takers and 3 Plains Runners. 6 Furies. And Raptorix. That is a cool name, Raptorix. That really reminds me of an old 1990s LED model. It was like a vulture with flat wings, and it had this tiny little hooded dude on it with a scythe. I can't remember the name of it. I was telling some friends about it the other day. But yeah, let's go. Let's get this going. So look, playtime, approximately 1 to 3 hours per session. So that's cool. Could be quite a quick game to play. Everything you need to play is in here. Let's get this open. Oh yes, I haven't even taken the cellophane off, so you're experiencing what I'm experiencing here, and this is so cool. Come on, open it up. Oh, knocking the camera, I'm so excited. Oh, right. Stop knocking the camera. Right. Get rid of that. Dun dun dun. Just make sure we're straight on the camera. I think that's alright. Oh, come on. Oh, that's cool. Ah, take it in, that new box smell. Oh yes, look at that. That is a nice hefty duty box. Someone told me you can put all the terrain back in the box. It all fits standing up because the box is so deep. So that's cool, right? Wow, where do we start? Well, I guess we need to get to the start guide. Let's just move the sprues off for 1 sec and see what's under here. Because we've seen the models. The models have all been on Warhammer Community and stuff like that. So let's move those off to the side. What is this? Okay, so we've got a nice piece of card there. Oh yes, that is sweet. Love it. What is going on here? Is that the 8 points or the all points? Oh, we've got some kind of beastie up there. That's awesome. Right, so what have we got? We've got some cards. Oh, so that's the board and the cards. So let's take that out. So this game utilises symbols instead of words and stuff. Oh, come on, why don't you open? There we go. And as you can see here, all these tokens are covered in symbols. There's a few numbers on there and stuff. These are wounds. So when I was at the Age of Sigmar open day, my friends got to play the game, and I was watching, and I was absorbing it all in and taking it all in. And I was surprised at how many wounds some of these things have. Like the Ogre Breacher was like 30 wounds. But that's what all these are for. So you've got fives and ones, so you can work out quite quickly, add up 30 wounds. And oh look, there's 3 on that side, 10 on that side. Okay, so they're double-sided. That's cool. Oh, isn't that satisfying popping them out? I'll do that later. Put that back. These are cool. These might be objectives or something. I don't know. I need to look into it. It's good. So this is the board. It's really nice quality. It's exactly the same as the... I've got it here actually. So have you seen this from Games Workshop? This is the Blasted Hallow Heart. And this is pretty much the same kind of deal. It's terrain and boards in a box. So there's the terrain. And there's the boards, and it's the same kind of matte, thick cardstock. It's really nice. We'll come back to this terrain in a minute because this is compatible with the new terrain. So if you're into your Age of Sigmar and you want to bulk out the terrain table, the Warcry box set is perfect. So I'm not going to get all this on camera, so I'll probably take some photos and show that instead. But just to give you an idea, that's one side, which is really cool. Very bloody. And the other side is the side I think we've all seen online, which is awesome. So Games Workshop actually make these boards and then photograph them. These aren't like illustrations. They're probably touched up in Photoshop, but these are actual boards that Games Workshop have made. So the board is cool, that's nice. And it's a nice size that you can just chuck it on a kitchen table or a small area in a gaming club, or you know, you can get a couple of games on a normal Games Workshop table going. So it's a really accessible game. So we've got Untamed Beasts fighter cards. That's like a deck. That's actually in a plastic sleeve. There's some stuff going on there. And there, and there, and there. So we'll just put them to one side for a sec. We've got Chaotic Beasts, Iron Golem. So these are the ability cards. So the initiative stage, when you roll your dice, if you get more singles than your opponent, you get to choose to go first or not. But if you get doubles and triples and stuff like that, you can spend those on these abilities. So if you want to go first, you're going to have less doubles and triples for the abilities. But if you get more doubles, you're going to have a bonus in that. It's a really nice mechanic. So that's interesting. What's this? Oh, don't scan it. It's too late. Someone's getting a free chapter. Well done. I may get that because I'm really interested in the background of this. Okay, here's the rule book. That's shrink wrapped as well. So that's nice. God, we're still going, guys. We're still not at the bottom of the box. That's your bases. Oh yes, some nice chunky dice. Ah, they've got crit symbols. So instead of sixes, they're called crits, and that just stands for critical. Same as Warhammer Underworld, so that's really nice. So this is cool. This is a ruler, but what's nice about this is it bends, so you can actually bend around corners. I was watching my friend do that on Saturday. That was quite cool. Lots of bases, including the new 28 mils. So by the looks of it, we've got 32, 28, and what's it, 25? So that's cool. That's really interesting to see them go up just 3 mil in size for another base. Because it's quite rare to see these now. They don't really make small models anymore. So I think this will be the new small model base. Right, let's loads of plastic bags, which is excellent because you're going to get so many loose cards. You're going to be able to put all that in there. So let's start by, let's get rid of the box set. That's good. Doosh. Right, so let's start with the rule book because this must be a getting started guide. And obviously I'm not going to actually stand here and assemble all the models for you guys. But you'll be able to catch up on Taylor Painters with all the bits and pieces. So that looks like a faction in itself, all them. So when I was talking to the games designers, Sam Pearson at the Age of Sigmar Open Day, he's talking about the campaign. So these can be like cards where they just turn up on the battlefield, and on a random dice roll, you can you either control them or your opponent does. So you can try to control them and then make them attack your opponent. But if you fail the roll, he or she can make them attack you. So that's kind of cool. But however, in the campaign mode, the more territories you get and the more you build up your areas, you actually attract these to your warband. So you can actually recruit these as extra members of your warband. So that's cool that you get 2 warbands plus recruits to like expand. And he said like you start off with like 1,000 points and you can spend those on more fighters, more of these, that kind of stuff. And the terrain looks phenomenal. So assembly instructions. So you get 3 25s, 6 28s, 12 32s, 6 60 mils, and a 2 40 mils. So I'm going to be making a shim for my Garfy's Get a Grips. If you haven't heard of it, look up on eBay Garfy, and you'll see my product where I sell grips. In fact, quickly there you go, give you an idea. So that's the holder 32. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to update my 25 mil to be dual purpose and hold both of those, because there's not that much difference in it, and I can just do a step. But anyway, I'm going off topic. We don't want that. We want some more excitement, and we're not going to get it in a assembly guide. But this is really important because I get lost in these, and I just start clipping models off all over the place. But I'm going to have to do them one at a time, I think. So much assembly, but that I don't know about you guys, but assembly is the worst thing for me. It's not the end of the world, but I'd much rather be painting, and with what little time I get, I don't really sat there assembling. These aren't too bad. There's only a handful of parts for each one, and they're so dynamic. Crazy dynamic for plastic models. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's good. So we've got that. So that's that. Let's have a look at the rule book. So, before we go to the rule book, we got a what's in the box. What's in the box? I wonder if they did that with 7 in mind. If you haven't seen the film 7, go watch it, because you'll understand what I mean by that. So we've got a selection of tokens, various creatures, rival warbands, 3 sets of dice, and fighter cards. All stuff I've been through already. 4 decks. So the 4 decks are Battle Plan, which looks like that face, which is that one, I think. Yep, battlefield cards. What is that? Terrain deck? Hold on, they're labelled. Victory cards. Twist cards. Deployment cards. I quite like the deployment cards. It gives you the setup of the battlefield, so you just play whatever that is. It changes depending on the cards you take. And getting started, easy to set up. Starter guide here, what you'll need. So you don't need all the models, you just need the Rock Tusk Prowler, Beast Speaker, Prey Taker, and Sawtooth. Prey Taker with Sawtooth Blade. Oh, so you choose the weapons, and I think that's true actually. I think there's multiple weapon options for each of the fighters, so you can choose. Setting up, battle, attack. I must admit, the game I watched saw the attack phase just happen straight away. There's only 3 turns, and they were fighting on turn 1, which was pretty cool. Yeah, so battle sequence round, hero phase. Players roll off to determine who has initiative during the battle round. and then decide how to use their wild dice. Wild dice is cool because that initiative thing I was talking about earlier, where you roll a handful of dice and look for doubles and singles and stuff like that. The wild dice is a dice you choose what the symbol should say. So that means you can have, so if you're one short of a triple, you could use that wild dice to bump that up to a triple. But if you want to go first, you might use it to be a single or something like that. So that's cool. So here, that's it. Reserve phase. In the battle rounds after the first, reserve fighters may arrive in the battlefield. So with the reserves, what I understand from that is you have to set your warband up into groups at the start of the game, and you control how you want to arrange those groups. And let's see if there's anything about those groups here. There probably won't be in the beginning, but there's 3 different names to the groups, and the setup cards explain to you how to arrange those. So you might have, and it includes the missions, so it might be that you don't set up a certain group and the other groups get set up, or it may be that the mission is to kill all the fighters in that group. So, and because you get to choose what goes into that group, you can do like eggs in one basket, or load up on certain groups, or you can do an even split. So it's quite tactical. I was really impressed with that as a mechanic, and it kind of felt like little squads as well, but I don't think you have to deploy them together, or maybe you do actually, but I think it depends on the mission. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just so excited. Okay, so here we have the rulebook. So we've got 161 pages, and it is jam-packed. But don't be scared by that, because a large chunk of this is the narrative play. So this is really cool because the campaign's all linked together. So I'm going to do my best to tell you what Sam told me without having read this. But here's a blank version example. So you have a warband roster, and you can see here their territories that the person's claimed. These are the missions they're fighting through. So you just play games, but when you get to a first convergence, you go to your campaign story, see if I can find one. So if you're doing Conquer the Force, on first convergence, you play this mission. You don't play what would the deck cards say. So you play that, and then you've got second convergence, final convergence. So you work your way through here. And so here you've got like fighter names, you've got fighter type, their artifacts they're picking up, and their destiny levels. So it's really cool to do this. Oh look, this is actually Sam Pease. He's actually put his name in it. Brilliant. So yeah, I need to read this and get into it, but I'm definitely going to play the campaign because it sounded so much fun. The whole territory side of it and everything, and working through the missions, it's going to be excellent. Matched play there. So yeah, it really depends what you want from it. There's 3 styles to play: open, tournament, and matched. But yeah, you've got nice section here, all the background, can't wait to read all that. These are cool. So you've probably already seen there's a couple that haven't made it, so you've got that haven't been announced yet. You've got Signs of the Flame and Spire Tyrants, so that's cool. But then you've got other factions as well, so which are available as cards, and they're quite cheap actually. For £5 you can be rocking a warband. In this, obviously you're still going to need the £5 kit. I don't know if it includes these kind of cards. We'll have to get some of those and check those out. But yeah, so much to take in. I really don't know where else to start or cover. So with the models, these are just the sprues, but we can have a look at some of these. So it's really nice. Oh, that's got like Stormcast on there. So it's not all chaos terrain. So this terrain works so well with other kits and that, and which we can look at now actually if I grab some clippers. This is exciting, isn't it? Let's watch Garfy clip something. So yeah, you'll see here, this is empty, but on the ones from the other box set, was it Blasted Hollow Heart? that's got clips on there to clip together. Well, on these they left those off, so you can actually put them together. And there's one really interesting thing with that, because you couldn't do this on the Blasted Hallow Heart because of those slots. Because they've left the slots off, so this one's got both ends. So here you can, without those clips, you can have a corner, or you can make a really long wall. And because they're all the same shapes, you can make loads of terrain. So your existing terrain set from the Blasted Hallow Heart is totally compatible with these, which is pretty cool. So you can make whatever you want. However, because you've got these, because you've got the cards, the mission cards, I think you need to make the terrain up a very certain way, which actually we can have a quick look at. So in here we have the terrain guide. This is a very deliberate assembly. Oh look, mix and match parts to create ruins as desired. Make them so they work with the... I'm going to have to look into that, because you couldn't just make a big building and then not be able to play the missions. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's probably enough for now, I think. We've been through a good old unboxing. I'm totally on board with this. So yeah, as I said at the start of the video, Games Workshop sent this to me, so full disclosure. It's not a paid promotion though. These are my thoughts. You know, so I'm anyone who's seen me on the blogs and stuff like that knows I'm super hyped by all this kind of stuff anyway. Thank you for watching. Please hit like and subscribe. Look us up on Tale of Painters, .blogspot.com. I've got social media as well, so you can check me out on Twitter. I'm Garfy Twit. I'm on Instagram, Garfy Gram. Facebook, just look for Garfy. Thank you very much, and that's it from me. Cheers, bye.